There's a vault in the basement of a central bank that hasn't changed much in a century. It's filled with gold bars. But this week, if you looked at the shipping manifests of the world's most powerful monetary institutions, you'd see something that hasn't happened in our lifetime. They aren't just buying gold anymore. They are quietly, aggressively accumulating physical silver. For 80 years, the US dollar was the world's undisputed heavy hitter. It was the safe haven. But today, the heavy hitters are looking for the exit. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The people who print the money have stopped trusting the money. Usually, central banks don't touch silver. They think it's too volatile, too industrial, the poor man's gold. But the math of 2026 has flipped the script. We are currently in the 6th consecutive year of a global silver deficit. We are physically using more silver than we are digging out of the ground. Between the massive electricity demands of AI data centers and the global scramble for solar energy, silver has transformed from a decorative luxury into a strategic necessity. But that's not why the central banks are dumping dollars for it this week. They are doing it because of a liquidity fracture. As the U.S. national debt clears the $35 trillion mark, the risk-free return on a U.S. Treasury bond is starting to feel a lot more like return-free risk. Emerging economies, led by China and the BRICS nations, have realized that holding dollars is like holding a match that's burning at both ends. They need a backup. Silver is the ultimate covert hedge. It's currently trading at a fraction of gold's price, but it's moving with 3 times the velocity. By moving into silver, central banks aren't just protecting their wealth, they are cornering the market on a metal that the modern world literally cannot function without. The irony is almost perfect. The digital revolution, the world of AI, 5G, and paperless finance, is entirely dependent on a physical gray metal that you have to pull out of the dirt. The hype tells you the dollar is strong because there is no alternative. The reality is that the alternative is being built in secret, bar by bar in the vaults of the East. When the central banks start buying the industrial metal as a monetary reserve, they are signaling that the era of paper promises is nearing its expiration date. This isn't about a silver squeeze or a retail trend. This is a structural revaluation of what actually constitutes wealth in a world of infinite debt. So as you watch the dollar index fluctuate on your screen, remember the manifests. The world's biggest players are trading their paper for the only thing that can't be printed, deleted, or devalued by a central committee. If the people who run the global financial system are terrified of their own currency, why should you be the last one holding it? Does the world's reserve currency still exist if the reserves are no longer in that currency?